Hello and welcome to Knit and Crochet with Joanna. In this tutorial we are going to learn how to crochet this very pretty and easy sweater. I did the body with double crochets and on the sleeves a small pattern. It's a very pretty and easy pattern. It's a 4 rounds repeat pattern. I used for my sweater 4 skeins cotton gold from Alizé, and my sweater has the size small medium, but you can make it also bigger if you like. I used for my sweater, I started with 92 chain stitches, and I explain you how you can make it also bigger. I used for mine 27 chain stitches from the back side, 27 for the front side, 17 for one shoulder and 17 for the next shoulder, plus 4 extra chains for my increases. I did one increase here, the second here, the third here, and the fourth here. If you want to make your sweater bigger, then you need for each side 2 more chains. For example, for one size plus, then here 29 and here 29 chains. Each side 29 chains. And for your shoulders, you need then for each shoulder 19 chain stitches. I started here with 92 chain stitches. For the next size, you will have 100 chains. If you want it more bigger, then you make 4 chains more for each side. Then you will have 108 chain stitches. It's a really very easy sweater. And I did for the end of my sweater and for my sleeves also front post and back post double crochets. The yarn that I use today is cotton gold from Alizé. 100 grams gives us 330 meters and it's 55% cotton, 45% acrylic. And I use hook size number 3.5. I have in total 92 chain stitches and I close these chain stitches to a circle by inserting my hook into the first chain. I go slowly to my first chain. I take care that my chains doesn't twist. And I insert my hook now into the first chain. I grab the yarn and I pull through both loops on the hook. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I count these 3 chain stitches as my first double crochet and I continue with double crochets. Into the next chain, 1 double crochet. Here are the 3 chain stitches and I go now to the next chain. 1 double crochet. Also into the next chain, 1 double crochet. Into the next chain, 1 double crochet, and I continue to make double crochets in every chain till the end of the round. I am at the end of my round and I finish the round with a slip stitch. Here are the 3 chain stitches. I started with them my round. I insert my hook now into the third chain. 1, 2, 3. And in this third chain, I make now a slip stitch. And the round is finished. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I count the 3 chain stitches as my first double crochet. And into the same chain here, 1 more double crochet. Into the same chain, 1 double crochet. I start the round with 2 double crochets into the same chain. And I continue now with double crochets. I make in total 27 double crochets now. Into the next chain, the first one. into the next chain the second, into the next chain the third, and continue until you have 27 double crochets. I have in total now 27 double crochets. And at this point I start now with the pattern for my sleeve. At first, into the next chain, 2 double crochets into the same chain. The first one and the second double crochet into the same chain. Chain 1 and another 2 double crochets into the same chain. The first and the second. I did now 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same chain. It looks like a small shell. 3 double crochets into the next chain, the first, into the next chain, the second, and into the next chain, the third double crochet. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next 3 chain stitches and into the fourth one, 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook into the fourth chain and make a single crochet. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip the next 3 chains and into the fourth one, 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook into the fourth chain and make a single crochet. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next 3 chain stitches and into the fourth one, 1 double crochet. Skip 1, 2, 3 chains into the fourth chain, 1 double crochet. Into the next chain is second double crochet, and into the next chain a third double crochet. Into the next chain we make now a shell again. So 2 double crochets into the same chain, 1, 2, chain 1 and 2 double crochets into the same chain, 1, 2. We did here a shell, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same chain, then 3 double crochets, then 5 chain stitches. We skipped 3 chain stitches into the fourth, 1 single crochet. 4 chain stitches. We skipped 3 stitches into the fourth, 1 single crochet. Chain 5 again. We skipped 3 stitches and into the fourth, 1 double crochet, a second double crochet into the next chain, and a third double crochet into the next chain. And then into the next chain, 1 shell, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same chain. Repeat this again. At first the 27 double crochets and then the pattern for the second sleeve. I'm going to make this now, and at the end of my round I will have these 3 double crochets, and then we finish the round together. I am at the end of my round. Here are the 3 double crochets, and I have them also in front of my shell here, 3 double crochets. And I'm going to finish the round with the shell. Here we have the 3 chain stitches, and here the double crochets. Both are in the same chain. Into the same chain under the 3 chain stitches, here 2 double crochets. Into the same chain, the first double crochet and the second double crochet. And now, here are the 3 chain stitches. Into the third chain, I'm going to make a half double crochet. So yarn over, I count 1, 2, 3, into the third chain, a half double crochet. And the round is finished. This is how it looks like. We have here the front part, the back part, and both sleeves. The first round with the double crochets was our basic round, our foundation round. We don't count it. And this round was now the first pattern round. In this round, we did shells. These shells are our increases. We have in total 4 shells. One is here on the right side, here. On the left side, the second one. Here is the third and here the fourth. All the shells are our increases. For example, here is 1 shell, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same chain, and in front of the shell we have here 3 double crochets. In this round we will have 5 double crochets. We make our shell into the space from this shell, again with 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same space. And then we are going to crochet all the chains. We will have 5 double crochets. Let's start the round. At first, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I count the 3 chain stitches as my first double crochet. I don't continue here with the double crochets, I turn my work, and here is my pattern. Into the space 1 double crochet, and with the 3 chain stitches I have in total now 2 double crochets. We finish the shell at the end of this round. Now I'm going to make here double crochets. In every chain 1 double crochet. So we will have in total 5. Into the next chain 1 double crochet. Into the next chain the second double crochet. Into the next chain the third double crochet. Into the next chain the fourth. And into the next chain the fifth double crochet. We have in total now 5 double crochets, so we make here our increases. Chain 2, 1, 2, and into the first space 1 single crochet. Chain 2 again, 1, 2. Into the next space 3 double crochets into the same space. The first double crochet, the second, and the third double crochet into the same space. Chain 2 again, 1, 2. Into the next space 1 single crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2. And here are our double crochets. Also here we are going to make 5 double crochets. So we have here then also increases. Into the first chain 1 double crochet. Into the next chain the second double crochet. Into the next chain the third double crochet. Into the next chain the fourth double crochet. And into the next chain the fifth double crochet. And here is our space. We make here a new shell, so 2 double crochets into the space, 1, 2, chain 1 and another 2 double crochets into the same space. 1, 2. And this is how it looks like. We did in this round our increases here. We have in total 5 double crochets and the shell. 5 double crochets here, 5 double crochets on the right side. We continue now with double crochets in every chain, and here in the space we make a new shell. In every chain 1 double crochet and a new shell into the space. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same space. And then we have here the pattern. We make also here 5 double crochets. Then our pattern, chain 2, 1 single crochet into the first space, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the second space, chain 2, 1 single crochet into the third space, chain 2 and 5 double crochets here and into the space a new shell. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. We continue with double crochets till the end of the round, and then we make the shell together. I'm at the end of the round. I did in every chain 1 double crochet, and I'm going to finish now my round with 2 double crochets into the space. The first double crochet into the space and the second double crochet into the space. And now a half double crochet into the third chain. Here are the 3 chain stitches. I started with them my round. Into the third chain, a half double crochet. The second round is finished. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I turn my work. I have here now double crochets. Into the space 1 double crochet, and with the 3 chain stitches I have 2 double crochets into the same space. And I continue now with double crochets. Into the next chain 1 double crochet, also into the next chain 1 double crochet, and I make in every chain 1 double crochet until here, the next edge. Here is the shell, until the space. I'm at the end of the round. I did 1 double crochet in every chain, and I'm going to finish the round with my shell. So at first into the space 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and here are the 3 chain stitches. I started with them my round. Into the third chain, 1 half double crochet. I insert my hook into the third chain and I make a half double crochet. The second round is finished. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I turn my work and I have here now double crochets. Into the space 1 double crochet, and with the 3 chain stitches I have in total now 2 double crochets into the same space. And I continue with double crochets. Into the next chain 1 double crochet, also into the next chain 1 double crochet, and we make in every chain 1 double crochet until here, the next edge. Here's our shell, and until the space we make double crochets. Here is my edge, the space, and I'm going to make a new shell into the space. So 2 double crochets into the space, 1, 2, chain 1, and another 2 double crochets into the same space. 1, 2. In this round, we make again increases, and we are going to have 7 double crochets. Into the next space is double crochet number 1, into the next number 2, into the next number 3, into the next number 4, into the next number 5, into the next number 6, and into the next we have the 7th double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2, and here's our sleeve pattern. At first, skip the first space and go into the second space. Here we are going to make a puff stitch with 5 yarn overs. First yarn over, skip the first space, insert your hook into the second, grab the yarn, pull through and pull the yarn. Second yarn over, into the same space, grab the yarn, pull through. Third yarn over, into the same space, grab the yarn. Fourth yarn over, into the same space, grab the yarn, pull through. A fifth yarn over, into the same space, grab the yarn, pull through. Now grab the yarn and pull through all the loops except the first one. You have 2 loops on your hook. Grab the yarn and pull through these 2 loops. Our first puff stitch is done. Chain 2 again, 1, 2, and a second puff stitch between the first and the second double crochet into the space between the double crochets, 1 puff stitch. First yarn over, second yarn over, third yarn over, fourth yarn over, and the fifth yarn over. Grab the yarn, pull through all the loops except the first one. Grab the yarn and pull through both loops on the hook. The second puff stitch is done. Chain 2, 1, 2, and now a third puff stitch between the second and the third double crochet. First yarn over, insert your hook into the space, grab the yarn, pull through. Second yarn over, third yarn over, fourth yarn over, and the fifth yarn over. Grab the yarn, pull through all the loops except the first one. Grab the yarn and pull through both loops on the hook. The third puff stitch is done. Chain 2, and now a fourth puff stitch into the next space. First yarn over, second yarn over, third, fourth, and the fifth. Grab the yarn, pull through all the loops except the first one. Grab the yarn and pull through both loops on the hook. Chain 2, 1, 2. We skip now the next space and we go to our double crochets. We have in total here 7 double crochets. Skip the space, go into the chain and make a double crochet. Into the next chain a double crochet, into the next chain a double crochet, this is number 3, into the next chain number 4, into the next chain 5, into the next chain number 6, and into the next chain number 7. And here we have the space. Into the space 1 shell. So 2 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, chain 1 and another 2 double crochets into the same space, the first and the second. And this is how it looks like in round 3. Continue now with double crochets until the next space. Into the space a shell, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same space. Then we have here 7 double crochets, chain 2, skip the first space, into the next space 1 puff stitch, chain 2, into the space between the first and the second double crochet, a second puff stitch, chain 2, into the space between the second and the third double crochet, a third puff stitch, chain 2, into the next space, a fourth puff stitch, chain 2, skip the next space and make the double crochets. I'm at the end of the round. I crocheted all my double crochets and I'm going to finish the round again with 2 double crochets into the space, 1, 2, and a half double crochet into the third chain. Yarn over, I insert my hook into the third chain and I make here a half double crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I turn my work. Into the space 1 double crochet, and in this round we have now 9 double crochets with our increases. So into the next chain 1 double crochet, into the next chain 1 double crochet, into the next chain 1 double crochet, this is number 3, into the next chain number 4, into the next chain number 5, into the next chain number 6, into the next chain 7, into the next chain 8, and into the next chain number 9. We have in total 9 double crochets. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip the first space and into the space between the first 2 puff stitches 1 single crochet. Chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3. Into the space between the second and the third puff stitch 1 single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Into the space between the third and the fourth puff stitch 1 single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip the next space and we go now to the double crochets. We make here in every chain 1 double crochet. This is number 1 in the chain over the double crochet, in the next chain number 2, in the next chain number 3, in the next chain 4, in the next chain number 5, in the next chain 6, in the next chain 7, into the next chain 8, and into the next chain 9. We have in total 9 double crochets. And into the space a shell, 2 double crochets into the space, 1, 2. Chain 1 and another 2 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2. And this is how it looks like in round 4. Continue now with the double crochets until the next space. Into the space a shell, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same space, and then the pattern. 9 double crochets here. Chain 3, skip the first space, between the first 2 puff stitches 1 single crochet, chain 3, into the next space between the puff stitches 1 single crochet, chain 3, into the next space between the puff stitches 1 single crochet, chain 3, skip the space, make 9 double crochets, into the space a shell, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then double crochets in every chain until the end of the round. I am at the end of the round and I finish the round with 2 double crochets into the space, 1, 2, and a half double crochet into the third chain. Yarn over, insert your hook into the third chain and make a half double crochet. And this was round 4. Let's repeat one more time the first round together, and then you continue with these 4 rounds until you have reached the armpit. And there we are going to make together the armholes. Chain 3 at first and turn the work. 1 double crochet into the space, and we continue now with double crochets. Into the next chain 1 double crochet, also into the next chain 1 double crochet, into the next chain 1 double crochet, and in every chain 1 double crochet until here the space. Here is my space, and into the space I'm going to crochet now a shell. So 2 double crochets into the space, 1, 2, chain 1 and another 2 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2. Here we have now 11 double crochets. In every chain a new double crochet. Into the next chain 1 double crochet, into the next chain number 2, into the next chain 3, into the next chain 4, into the next chain 5, into the next chain 6, into the next chain 7, into the next chain 8, into the next chain 9, into the next chain 10, and into the next chain number 11. We have 11 double crochets. Now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the first space and into the second space 1 single crochet. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the next space 1 single crochet. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next space and here we have the next 11 double crochets. In every chain 1 new double crochet. In the first number 1, in the second number 2, in the next chain number 3, in the next chain number 4, in the next chain 5, in the next chain 6, into the next chain 7, into the next chain 8, into the next chain 9, into the next chain 10, and into the next chain 11. Now into the space a new shell. 2 double crochets into the space, 1, 2. Chain 1 and another 2 double crochets into the same space, the first and the second double crochet. This is our first repeat row. We did here 5 chain stitches like here, then 1 single crochet. Here's our single crochet. We skip the first space into the second a single crochet, then chain 4 like here and a single crochet. Again chain 5 like here. We skipped the space and then we did 11 double crochets in the shell. We continue now with double crochets in every chain until the next space. Into the space a new shell. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same space. Then we have here 11 double crochets. We do chain 5 and we skip the first space into the second a single crochet. chain 4 into the next space, a single crochet, chain 5, you skip the space, and then again 11 double crochets. We finish with our shawl here. Into the space 2 double crochets and a half double crochet in the third chain. Then, when we are finished with this round, we start with the second round, then the third and the fourth. We continue until we have arrived our armpit. My sweater is growing up slowly, and I did the pattern 3 times. Now, I did it 3 times, and I have here from the collar until the armpit about 20 centimeters, and the width is about 45 centimeters. For size small, medium, is it okay? If you need here longer the part from the collar until the armpit, you can repeat the pattern 1 or 2 times more. This is the front side from my sweater. Here, I think maybe it's only my idea that the puff stitches looks here nicer than on the other side. That means this is my front side, this is my back side. You choose for you which one is nicer. This is the back side, this is the front side. Let's do now the armholes. I have here a marker so I can see later this is the front side from my sweater. Here is one edge. I take now also the second edge, and I'm going to make now the armhole. This is my armhole. So we have here the front side, one sleeve and the second sleeve. Here is the first space, the first edge. Here is the second edge. I insert now my hook into both spaces, at first in the first space and here also in the second space. And I make here a single crochet. If this is too tight for you and you need more space for your armholes, you can make chain stitches, as many as you need, and then the single crochet into the second space. Now chain 3, I count this as my first double crochet and I continue now with double crochets. Into the next chain a double crochet, also into the next chain a double crochet, and I make in every chain a double crochet until here the next space, and then we make here the second armhole. I reached my edge. I take now also the second edge and I connect both pieces with a double crochet. Yarn over, insert the hook into the first space, the first edge, also into the second space, the second edge, and make here a double crochet. And the second armhole is finished. We continue now with double crochet. In every chain, one double crochet until the end of the round. I am at the end of the round and I finish the round now with a slip stitch. Into the third chain a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. I insert my hook into this third chain and I make here a slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. These 3 chain stitches are my first double crochet and I turn my work. From now I'm going to make double crochets in every chain. We work now only with double crochets. A double crochet in every chain until the end of the round. When we are at the end of the round, we finish the round again with a slip stitch into the third chain, then again chain 3 and we turn our work. We start every round with 3 chain stitches and then we turn our work. We do this because at first it looks much nicer here, and we don't have a crooked, I think you say, a crooked line when we have finished our rounds. So we continue now with double crochets until we have reached the desired length. I reached the desired length for my sweater, and I have here now about 59 centimeters. If you want your sweater shorter, you have to crochet less rounds. If you want it longer, you have to crochet more rounds. What I'm going to do now is here front post and back post double crochets. I finished here my last round with a slip stitch, and I start here now with a front post double crochet. Here is my chain, under this chain the double crochet. I insert my hook now into the space in front of this double crochet. I'm behind of the double crochet and I go through the next space. I grab the yarn through both spaces, and I have now 2 loops on my hook. I grab the yarn and I pull through these 2 loops. Chain 2, 1, 2. And this is my first front post double crochet. Now alternately a back post double crochet. Yarn over. I insert my hook now from the back side into the space. I'm in front of the next double crochet. I go through the next space. I grab the yarn and I pull the yarn through the second space and now through the first space. And I finish my double crochet. I did now a front post double crochet and a back post double crochet. Now again a front post double crochet. Yarn over. I insert my hook into the space from the front side and I go through the next space. I grab the yarn, pull through both spaces and I finish my double crochet. And now a back post double crochet. Yarn over, I insert my hook from the back side into the space. I go through the next space. I grab the yarn, I pull through both spaces and I finish my double crochet. Repeat this now alternately until the end of the round. 1 front post double crochet, 1 back post double crochet. I am at the end of the round and my last double crochet is a back post double crochet, and now I'm going to finish my round. Here are the 2 chain stitches. I started with them my round here. Under them is a small space. I insert my hook now from the back side under these 2 chain stitches into the space. I grab the yarn and I pull through. Now I have 2 loops on my hook. I grab the yarn and I pull through these 2 loops. And the round is finished. I turn my work, chain 2, 1, 2. And in this round, I start now here with a back post double crochet. Here. And I continue now with a front post double crochet. Then a back post double crochet, again front post, and we work alternately till the end of the round. 1 front post, 1 back post double crochet. Let's make together now the front post double crochet. Yarn over, I insert my hook from the front side into the space. I go through the next space. I grab the yarn and I pull through both spaces. And I finish my double crochet. Now a back post double crochet. Yarn over, I insert my hook from the back side into the space. I go through the next space. I grab the yarn and I pull through both spaces. And I finish my double crochet. Again, 1 front post double crochet, 1 back post double crochet. I'm going to finish this round and I start another one. In total, I will make 3 rounds. If you want, you can make also more rounds. I think these 3 rounds for me are enough. I'm finished with my 3 rounds and the body for my sweater is completed. Now we are going to make the sleeves. I did already one here and we make the second together. We make a small pattern for our sleeves. It's a 4 round repeat pattern and very easy. We have the pattern also here on the shoulder. And from the shoulder we continue until the end of the sleeve. Here is my armhole. Here are the markers, so I know this is the good side, the right side for my sweater. And here is the armpit. So we start now with the sleeve. Here I say it's the right side, here the left side, so we can understand better what we do now. I insert my hook from the right side into the first chain and also from the left side into the first chain. Now I grab the yarn and I pull the yarn through both chains and chain 1. I take again both pieces, right and left. This time I insert my hook from the left side into the next chain and also into the next chain from the right piece. I grab the yarn, I pull through and I make a slip stitch. Chain 3 now. 1, 2, 3. These 3 chain stitches are my first double crochet and I continue with double crochets into the next chain 1, into the next chain 1 double crochet, and I make 1 double crochet in every chain until here. Here is our pattern. We repeat our pattern again, but we have a very small difference in the second. I crocheted all my double crochets and here is the pattern. And here we start now with round 1. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the first space and into the next space 1 single crochet. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the next space 1 single crochet. Chain 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next space and go to the double crochet. Into the chain from the double crochet 1 double crochet. And we continue now with double crochets. Into the next chain 1 double crochet, into the next chain 1 double crochet, and we repeat this now till the end of the round. I'm at the end of the round and I finish the round with a slip stitch. Here are the 3 chain stitches. I started with them this round and I insert my hook now into the 3rd chain and I make here a slip stitch. The round is finished. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I turn my work. These 3 chain stitches are my first double crochet and I continue with double crochets. Into the next chain 1 double crochet, into the next chain 1 double crochet, also into the next chain 1 double crochet, and we make double crochets in every chain until here's our pattern. I am done with all my double crochets and here is my pattern. From now I will do in every second round, pattern round, 2 chain stitches, not 3, we make 2. 1, 2. I go to my next space and here I make a single crochet. Chain 2 again, 1, 2. Into the next space 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and the third double crochet into the same space. Chain 2 again, 1, 2. Into the next space, 1 single crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2. And here are the double crochets. Into the chain from the double crochet, a new double crochet. Also into the next chain, a double crochet. Into the next chain, a double crochet, and we continue with double crochets until the end of the round. We finish the round with a slip stitch. Chain 3, we turn our work and we continue with our pattern. In the next round, we will make the puff stitches. So then we have here chain 2, 1 puff stitch, chain 2, puff stitches between the double crochets from the last round, chain 2, 1 puff stitch into the last space, and then we continue again with the double crochets. I did here in total the pattern 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. This is the 4th time. In total I will make the pattern 5 times and then we start with the decreases. I did the pattern 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every pattern has 4 rounds. And now we start with decreases. Chain 2, 1, 2, and I turn my work. I continue now normal with double crochets. Into the next chain, 1 double crochet. Also into the next chain, 1 double crochet, and we make in every chain 1 double crochet until here. Here is our pattern. We crochet here the first pattern row, then we continue with double crochets until the end of the round, and then I show you the decreases. I'm at the end of the round. I did all my double crochets and now I make my first decrease. Here are the 2 chain stitches. I started with them my round. I skip them and I go to the double crochet. Here the 2 chain stitches, they belong to this double crochet. I skip them. I insert my hook into the chain from the next double crochet and I make here a slip stitch. We just did our first decrease. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and I turn my work. I start now normal with round 2. In every chain a double crochet. Then I crochet my pattern. I continue with double crochets till the end of the round. At the end of the round I make my next decrease. I do here my last double crochet, then I skip the 2 chain stitches and I insert my hook into the chain from the double crochet. This is the way how we make all our decreases. With this way we make decreases in 1 row on the right side, and here for example in 1 row on the right side and in 1 row on the left side. I started with 26 double crochets on the right side and 26 double crochets on the left side, and in between them the pattern. Now I'm going to make increases until I have 15 double crochets on each side. I did my pattern here for the sleeve 13 times. This is enough for me. If you need more or less, you can make more times the pattern or less times the pattern. When we are done with the pattern, we need 1 row with double crochets and then we start with front post and back post double crochets. I did my pattern 13 times and I have on each side 15 double crochets. Now I want to crochet 1 row with double crochets, also into the spaces double crochets. Here you see the decreases from the sleeve. I did decreases until I had 15 double crochets on the left side, 15 double crochets on the right side, and then I stopped with the decreases. Then I started my row with 3 chain stitches and I did my rounds normal. Let's start the round with the double crochets. Chain 3 and I turn my work. Now 1 double crochet into the next chain, 1 double crochet into the next chain, and we make double crochets in every chain until here. Here is again our pattern. Here is my pattern, and I want to crochet now also into the spaces double crochets. I start into the first space with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and the third double crochet into the first space. Into the next space, 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Also into the next space, 2 double crochets. 1, 2. And into the last space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. I did in total now 10 double crochets. 3 into the first space plus 3 into the last space, 6. 2 into the next space and 2 into the second small space, 4. So 10 in total. And I continue now with double crochets in every chain until the end of the round. In every chain a double crochet. I am at the end of the round and I finish my round now with a slip stitch. Here are the 3 chain stitches. I started with them my round. I insert my hook now into the 3rd chain and I make a slip stitch. The round is finished. I turn my work and I'm going to make a front post double crochet into this double crochet. Here is my loop on the hook and here the double crochet. I insert my hook into the space in front of this double crochet and I go through the next space. I grab my yarn, pull through both spaces, and I have now 2 loops on my hook. I grab the yarn and I pull through these 2 loops. Chain 2, 1, 2. And this is the way how I did here my first front post double crochet. I continue now with the back post double crochet. I go into the next space from the back side to make a back post double crochet. Yarn over from the back side into the space through the next space and I grab the yarn. I do exactly this as I did before. I make front post and back post double crochets. I will do this in total again for 3 rounds and then is my sleeve finished, completed. I am done with my 3 rounds and my sleeve is finished. You will work the second sleeve exact same as the first one. Now I want to make 3 rounds front post and back post double crochets also on my collar. Here is my edge. Here I did my increases, so I start here with the back post double crochet. I insert my hook from the back side into the space. I'm in front of the double crochet and I go through the next space. I grab the yarn and I pull through both spaces. Now chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and I continue now normal. This was my back post double crochet. Now I make a front post double crochet. I do the same as I did for my sleeves and also the end for my sweater. I work alternately 1 back post double crochet and 1 front post double crochet. I will do this again for 3 rounds. And then is our sweater completed. I am done with my 3 rounds and my sweater is completed. I think it looks really very pretty. It's easy to do and I hope you like it same as I do. I say again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Until next time, thank you.